As of March, a water restriction will be put in place by NAWASA, which would affect personal engagements such as watering one's lawn, car washes, recreational uses such as filling swimming pools and hosing down pavements. The move, the water management body says, will be instituted in order to reduce demand and conserve water supply for essential needs. Communications Supervisor of NAWASA, Jamila Lewis Samuel, says the ban will come into effect once Cabinet gives the go-ahead.
General Manager, Mr. Christopher Husbands, will be going to our Board of Directors seeking their approval to go to Cabinet for restriction of water use. And this means that effective during the month of March, Grenada will be placed under water restrictions.
She says this would mean a number of changes in terms of water use.
With water restrictions come now, persons are not allowed to use hoses.
This is confirmed?
This is what we are going to our Board of Directors. Mr. Husbands has advised that he will be going to our Board of Directors at this February's board meeting to seek their permission to go to Cabinet, because it's not just NAWASA, it's a Cabinet decision. So once Cabinet approves our recommendation, then it basically means that Grenada will be, water restrictions will be instituted for Grenada. And what it means, therefore, that persons, one, they will not be allowed to burn. I think the Ministry of Agriculture has a no-burn policy already in place. Of course, it will be further enforced. Then also, what will also happen is that persons will not be allowed to use standpipes for indiscriminately. We have a lot of bus operators and private vehicle owners that are using the standpipes to wash their vehicles. They would not be allowed during this particular period. And also what would happen is that persons would not be allowed to use the hose to wash down their vehicles. And for farmers who unfortunately may not be in a position to use water from the river for irrigation, they would not be allowed to use treated water to irrigate their plants. So these are some of the things that will come under a restriction. So we know that it will come once Cabinet approves it. It will have to take into force because the reality is the condition not favorable.
The communications supervisor says their supplies at the various dams are way below what is required to cater to the needs of the country.
Cut water system, and that system has recorded a 45% reduction in water supplies. We have PTA tank at 35%. We also have Annandale, which is our largest catchment. Annandale serves from Annandale right through down to the entire south of the island. So you're thinking Point Salines, the hotel sector, and we have recorded a 35% reduction. On average, Annandale produces 2.5 million gallons of water per day. Now we are producing merely 1.6. So it basically speaks to the fact that we are feeling the adverse effects of the dry season at the moment. So we also have Mardi Gras water system, which serves Mardi Gras. They also serve the Coconut, Montparnasse, and those communities. That system itself has recorded a 20% reduction in water at the moment.
Grenada and other parts of the region are experiencing what has been termed long-term drought, as predicted by the Caribbean Drought Bulletin produced by the Caribbean Institute of Meteorology and Hydrology. This, they say, is due to the El Niño climate pattern, which has since taken effect on February 14th. Eugenia Peters, GBN News.